Hi guys, it's Angie Bell with my furry treasures. Okay, you guys, I am just coming on again, and I was gonna do. I was supposed to do work on my 100 days of collage. I'm down by 3 days right now, so I'm playing catch up. So I need to do 3 collages. So I'm gonna do 2 of those collages with you guys. And the reason I'm a little bit behind is because you can do whatever, you can do your collages however you want. But Froyle Arts, every week she's choosing a different color. If you want to participate in choosing that color of the week, you can. So this week was orange, and I rarely use orange in my work. So I thought, you know what, this is a good challenge for me to use orange. So I had to hurry up and make a bunch of orange papers up to use in my collages, because that's how I like to do mine. And so does Froyle Arts, and a lot of other girls who do this type of collage like to do it. So these are made on the jelly plate. So I'm just going to go through it really quickly. Also, my last live, which was on Sunday. In fact, come join us every Sunday, 2 o'clock Pacific time for Angie's art party. But the last Angie's art party we had this last Sunday, I did a bunch of these papers, okay? So I'm just going to kind of just go through and show you. And these are done on the jelly plate. And then this is my own intuitive writing, and then jelly plated over it. This is a really cool cross stencil, jelly printed over it with the circles, and use CDs. And I use CDs to get these circles. Also, I have a video not too far down from this one that'll show you how to print on the jelly print with CDs. Okay, so these are all done with CDs. CDs and a messy script stencil. CDs and a messy script stencil on the jelly plate. All this is on the jelly plate. Same thing. This is what's left over off of the jelly plate when you do a bunch of stuff. So I put some white paint on there, and I got that. So I'm just going to go through and show you. So these are all the papers that I get to work with. I'm so excited. This is nothing. This is what was left off on the jelly print after you make the circles. I just take it and I just pick up what's left, and that was what was left, which is pretty cool. And then this is what was left on this one. I'll probably end up doing something over that one. I didn't like that one that much. This is really cool. I do like this. This is what was left on the jelly plate. See the circles there? I don't know if you can see that or not. This is a jelly plate, and this is on the jelly plate, and also a script stencil. Jelly plate and another script stencil. Jelly plate, and then a stencil over it. A really cool Andy Skinner stencil. This is another cool stencil over the jelly printing. This is actually a script stamp, but it came out like this. Kind of like, I don't know, but it's cool. Over jelly prints, this is a jelly print. That design's a bath mat. This is another jelly print. These are poppers. Those poppers you find at Dollar Tree in the children's section. Again, more of the poppers and bath mat. This is on the jelly plate with a cool Aztec stencil, both of these. Script stencil on the jelly plate, Aztec stencil on black paper. So it gives it a little bit different look on black paper. All this is done on black paper. The same colors I've been using, but just on black paper to give a different look. This is just picking up off the plate. It's kind of cool. This is that Aztec stencil again. This is probably like a second pull. This is probably a first pull. So paper stuck to it, but I always think it's cool. If it rips and leaves something there, it's just part of the design for me. Isn't this cool? This is a stencil over the jelly print, another stencil over the jelly print. Andy Skinner stencil over the jelly print. Another cool stencil over the jelly print. This is using a basting brush. You know, like if you take some, you're gonna do some like barbecue sauce on when you're grilling, but you use that little brush, plastic brush. That's what this is. Just swiping swipes of gold. This can be really cool torn up in collages. This is done the same way. Jelly plate with a really cool Andy Skinner stencil. Jelly plate again. And I really like mixing orange with magenta and yellow, or at least mixing magenta and orange. I think that comes out really, really pretty. This is using that basting brush again. This is probably a second pull using those poppers, different various forms. This is a really cool stencil. It's one of my favorite stencils. It's an Asian stencil. It was a cheapy Deco, I think Delco, real cheapy, like $1.99. And look how cool this is. Isn't that just fabulous with the Asian script? Love it. This is another really cool one. Another cool Andy Skinner over a jelly print. Another cool stencil over jelly printing. Here's a script stencil over jelly printing. I think that's so cool. Same. Again, using that magenta and orange again, and yellow. I love it. It's very Diana Reevely to use those kind of colors together, because she uses a lot of that stuff in her work. Okay, if you know who Diana Reevely is, if not, look her up. That's how I got started in this whole mixed media world. When I very first started, came on YouTube. God, how many years ago was it? 14 years ago? 12, 13 years ago? Something like that. Anyway, let's get started. Oh, really quickly, these are the ones that I'm using today. That's my pile for today. And I've already started ripping it up. So, this is my own intuitive writing on jelly print, and I've just already ripped a strip. I'll just go through these really quick. We've already pretty much, I've told you how I created these, but I've started using these. So I just want to show you the pieces that I've ripped up and I'm using in today's collage. The other half of all this is on I've already pretty much organized how I'm going to do these first 2 pages. But I'm going to glue them down with you. This page I haven't used yet, but that's cool. I love this cross stencil. Isn't that fabulous? I love the bath mat. Fabulous. Again, that cross stencil again. This was an interference type of paint, a spray that I sprayed on the jelly plate when I did it. It's really cool. Isn't that cool? This is done over like some type of document or something. Anyway, I love it. Aztec stencil over on the jelly plate. And then again, this. Okay, so these are all the ones I'm working with right now. So, wanted to show you that. So let me bring my book over. Put that right there. I have to use these so my book stays level. That's why those are out. Okay, so I've already designed my page for today, so you can see how it is going. Isn't that cool, you guys? That's gonna look really cool. So let's just go ahead. And I did that for the sake of time, because these videos can take a long time when I'm, when I'm designing a page, deciding on how I'm going to do things. So for the sake of time, I went ahead and kind of pre-designed, but we'll paste it down together. Okay? All right. So let me, and these are those butterflies from Dollar Tree. You guys get these in your life. When you see them, I always talk about them, especially in my haul videos. I always say pick those up when you see them, and pick up as many as you want, because they don't have them all the time, those butterflies. They come in the orangey color, they come in pink. It's like an orangey amber type, the one I just showed you. They come in pink, they come in purple, and they come in like a teal greenish blue. So I have them all. So pick them up. Because they would be great for they'd be great for any crafting or any arting. They'd be great for making cards, junk journals, art journaling like I'm doing, art journaling / collaging like I'm doing. there's just a lot of ways you can use them. Oh, for planners, because I do decorate my planner. They would be excellent in a planner. Okay, I'm trying to get this down the right way. Let's see if we can get this. Okay, there we go. What I'm trying to do is not get myself in the ditch too much. I can still scoot over a little bit here. How many times am I going to have to lift that up? Jeez. All right. Hopefully that stays down good, even though I lifted it up 20 million times. What I'm trying to do is stay out of the ditch right there, because getting in that ditch, it makes it harder to close your pages and things like that. So okay, so the next one I'm going to do is this one. I'm going to put this one down. Aren't these papers beautiful? I absolutely love these papers. And I'm so glad that she said this week is orange. And then I saw her doing some of her papers, gave me some ideas, and then I had some of my own ideas, and so then I started making up a bunch of papers. You guys, if you don't have a jelly plate, I would get one. It is fabulous. It's so fun. It's so addicting. If you're gonna have any addiction in life, let it be addicted to making papers for backgrounds and collages. You can also use them on cards, in your junk journal, art journal, in your planner. I have an 11 by 17. I have an 11 by 17 jelly plate that I made. So let's make sure this is good. Yeah, that I made. So I have a video on that. It's under any of my videos like that, like this will be, and the jelly plate is under mixed media videos. And you can just look through you can look through my playlist and it should be under mixed media. Or you can also just look through my videos. It's not too far down, maybe 5 or 6 videos down, and I tell you how to make your own 11 by 17 jelly plate. And if you just want to make a regular size, like a 10 by 12 or something, I show you how to do that too. It only takes 3 ingredients: water, gelatin, and glycerin. It's super easy, you guys. And you can make an 11 by 17 jelly plate basically for about $15. If you're to buy it, they sell for, what do they sell for? They sell for, I'm just folding this over. They sell for like $70. So you're having a great savings being able to make one for about 15, 11 by 17 for about $15. So all you need is plain gelatin. 4 packs. I don't know how many packs. 4 packs, I think, of plain gelatin. This is to make the 11 by 17. A little less gelatin to make the like the 10 by 12. So you just need plain gelatin. What else? Water and glycerin. And the glycerin is where you're going to spend the money. That's what's going to cost you like maybe $9 for a like $10, like maybe $12 for a 9-ounce bottle. So, and you need about 9 ounces for a 11 by 17 jelly plate. A little less for a 10 by 12 or 10 by 14, something like that. I guess I should say 8 by 10, 8 by 12. That's the kind of sizing you're looking at when you're talking about just having the regular size. Something around that. I talk about it in the video. So it's real simple to make it. Takes maybe 10-15 minutes. And then you let it sit overnight and it cures and you have a jelly plate. For pennies on the dollar. The only thing cheaper than that is that last year I was Hobby Lobby, always has their clearances. Well, in the fine art section, they're clearancing out the jelly plates. They had jelly plates in the fine art section, and you could buy them for like $12. So I picked up 2 last year. I gave 1 away and kept 1. And I've been using that one. And then I had some homemade jelly plates that I made, God, 12 years ago. And those still are great. So I have a few jelly plates. I want to do a video where I work on 2 jelly plates at once. So I work on my 11 by 17 and then the one that I bought from Hobby Lobby. And I want to work them all at the same time because there's different techniques that you can do. You can make some really nice old walls by having an extra plate sitting there that you can just keep building up on. So I got something on here. There we go. It went off. So I need to do that video. I got to really organize myself because it's going to take a lot of space. Because I'll have 2 jelly plates. I have to have a place to put my stencils or my mask, whatever I'm using. And then I have to have a place to put my papers and my roll-off sheets. So it's a lot of, there'll be a lot of, I'll be using a lot of space. I think I had this here. Just like this. Yeah, let's put this in next. And I'm using matte medium to glue these down. And I use a magazine over here on the side that you can't really see, I don't think, in the video. No, you can't. But I use that as a glue base. And then when I'm done, turn the page. And that just gives you a fresh page every time. You don't get glue everywhere. And if you like, you can use a glue stick. I just find that I just want, there's really good glue sticks out there that they'll stick really well. But I just feel more comfortable, for some reason, using, for the most part, using the matte medium. You can also use some decoupage medium. You can use just, use Elmer's glue. So there's a lot of choices. Right now, Hobby Lobby in the fine art section has all their mediums on clearance. And if you see something that says gloss gel, matte medium you'll be able to find easily. But there's some things called gloss gel. Those are also mediums that you can glue down, your collage stuff with. So I picked up a bunch of those. They didn't have this year the matte mediums on clearance. They had the gloss mediums. They're also an adhesive. You can pick those up and glue your stuff down. The only thing is if you go on top of like of whatever you're gluing down, it'll be shiny because it's gloss. It's not matte. So this is what I would do. If you really need to go on top of your collaging, you can get a can of matte clear spray paint. And so after you're done and everything dries, just to make it matte, spray it on top. And now you'll have a matte surface, just like a matte medium. Also from there, if you need to put paint on top, markers, pencil, or you want to do anything else on top, you'll be able to do it because it'll be a matte surface. So now you basically created a matte medium. That's the same thing if you use collage, if you use Elmer's glue or any other collage medium and it puts a shine on it, spray the clear matte spray paint. And you can get that anywhere. You can get that at Walmart for, I don't know, $2 or $3 a can. So okay. Isn't that cool? The video on how to make these circles is really cool. You use CDs on the jelly plate or DVDs to make them. So make sure you check that out. It's really, really cool. Now these are kind of thick. So when they're thick like this, I like to use Eileen's Tacky. You guys, they always have this pretty much always at Dollar Tree. When I go to Dollar Tree, I always pick up 1 or 2, depending on how much I have in my stash, just to keep a nice stash of Eileen's Tacky. Because when I'm collaging, sometimes I collage with, I will gel print on cardstock or paper that's heavier, that needs Eileen's tacky. So I always just have that at the go, ready to go. And I also store it right in front of me upside down. And then that way it's ready to go, because it's really super thick, as most of you know. And that way you don't have to like mess with it trying to get it out of the bottle. So just store it upside down. I'm just using my baby wipe because, you know, there's glue squirting out here and there. I'm not going to do too much mark making on this. I like to do a lot of mark making after I'm done, different techniques on here, but there's so much stuff happening that I'm not going to really need to do much mark making, if any. We'll see at the end. I've been putting algebra equations in my work, and I may throw some algebra equations in through here and maybe in through here, or maybe not at all. Because look, this is pretty busy as it is, and it looks really cool. So, let's see. I never say never, because you never know at the end when you see things what you want to do. But one thing I will do is I will take a water-soluble crayon or a Stabilo and go around all the edges to put a nice, you know, shady, bordery frame on it. So, we'll be doing that. Okay, so let's do this page now. And then off camera I'll be doing one more page because, like I said, I'm 3 pages behind. What I might do is I might just go ahead and do 2 pages, do another double spread so I'm up a page. Because there's always going to be a day where things get busy or you get behind and you're not able to collage that day. And that's what happened to me over the weekend. I was making all kinds of videos. I just got behind. I got behind by like 3 days. I was like, ah! It's okay. I can easily catch up. And I want to accomplish the 100 days of collage. You guys, it teaches you so much. For one, it teaches you to make decisions. And usually when you make the first decision, it's the right decision. How many times have you heard that? Well, it's the same way in collage. And so you got to make decisions. You ain't got time, because you're doing a collage a day. You ain't got time to be messing around and hemming and hawing over every little decision, right? So it helps with that skill. And also, just the more you collage, the more you do something, the better you get at it, right? And it's just making me better at collage. It's making me better at art. It's making me better at decision making. So I am digging it. I love it. And it's challenging me to use colors that I don't normally use. Now, I have used these colors, especially orange with yellow and magenta, which I love. When I first started doing, how I got into this whole crafting, arting frenzy was through Diane Reevely. Let's see how many years ago it was. 13 years. It's probably been 13 years I've been on YouTube. I saw Diane Reevely and I saw her art, and I didn't even know that there was any other part of the world of this whole crafting and arting thing. I had no idea. I loved her art. So, and I was shell-shocked at how expensive everything was, not knowing, well, wait for clearances, wait for sales and all that. That I bought some of her sprays, I bought other stencils, I kind of pieced it all together so it didn't cost me a fortune right away. And I started doing the Diane Reevely style type of mixed media, which I love. And she does, these are the colors she always sprays down. She loves these kind of colors. Magenta, orange, yellow. So, I was using these bright kind of colors when I was doing her style of art. So, it's funny because I did start with these kind of colors. It's funny how you come full circle with things. So when Foil Arts came up with the challenge of this week is Orange Week, if you want to participate in the color part of the 100 Days of Collage, it's funny how I don't like orange. This will be a challenge. I go, no, I do like orange. It just has to be mixed with the right colors. And I love orange. So. And now I'm in love with orange again. I get so stuck on like all of the fall colors, browns, rust, the deep purples and wines, because I love those colors. I gravitate to those really naturally. So let me see something. All right. I gravitate to those colors very easily. So, and then on the whole other spectrum, I love like all the pastels on the whole other side. I have another side of me that loves robin's egg blue, rose pink, baby pink, robin's egg blue, creams, white, lavender. So I'm weird when it comes to colors, how I'm so extreme, like that. All right, just seeing where, you know, I need to trim this up, because if not, I'm not going to know where the edge is. So let me stop and trim this up real quick. So if I'm off camera, you guys, for a second, sorry. I just have to trim this, so. And my book's really big, so I'm going to be off camera for a second. I'll be back on. Don't worry. Don't fret. Just kidding. I'm sure you're not. I hate cutting at this point, though, because, you know, things are still wet. So my scissors are getting a little bit glued, so I will be wiping these off right away when I'm done. Oh, can't get in it that way. All right, let me use my baby wipe. So if you have to do that with it, just make sure you get your scissors right away. Just wipe them off like this, and then that way you just make sure that you don't gunk up your scissors. All right. If you want some nice scissors for paper cutting, go to Dollar Tree. And they're pretty. Look, these ones are from Dollar Tree. Aren't they pretty? Pink ones? Of course. Yeah, I told you I have that other side of me that just loves pink. I love like the deep, dark, rich fall colors. And then I love all the pastels. The pink, lavender, robin's egg blue, cream. I'm strange. I know. Okay. Like I said, I never said I was normal. All right. I'm glad I got trimmed that up because... All right. What do I got going on now? I got to put this in. See, with all that, I didn't know where the edge was either way here, so now I know. So I don't know if I finished saying this or not, but make sure you get to Hobby Lobby because all of the mediums, like I said, are dirt cheap. Like things that are like 20 bucks, like the gloss medium that you can also use as collage medium. It's regularly, they're like a size like this, I bought for like, I think $3.99, normally like 20 bucks. This is actual matte, super matte gel medium that I got last year. It was my last one. So I was so glad to get the sale on the mediums, and I bought a ton, and I'm so glad I did. So now I'm stocked. So that'll last me about a year. And then hopefully next year I can get my mediums on clearance again. I've done this 2 years in a row. Because before that, I don't think they were clearancing the mediums like that. I don't know, maybe they were and I didn't catch it. But I noticed it last year. I mean, I buy a lot of stuff with that 75% off clearance every year that Hobby Lobby does. But my big thing is these mediums because they're so expensive. So that and the Tim Holtz stuff. I love the Tim Holtz everything. The inks, the sprays, everything. But this year, I never saw one video of Tim Holtz clearancing out for the 75% off. Not one video. So maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're going to do it later. Maybe they're not clearancing his stuff. I don't know. And I talked to them about it. They don't seem to know either. So, okay, that goes there. I mean, they never really know too much. We know more than they do a lot of times. They're not into it. They're just putting stuff away when they're told to put it away, or they're sent the sheet to clearance something out. They're not waiting with bated breath like us. So they don't really care. They're like, whatever. Okay, now we're going to do 2 butterflies here. On this one, I wanted to put the butterfly like this. And then on this, like a smaller butterfly like that. Okay, again, I'm going to use Eileen's khaki because these are, like, you know, they're pretty thick, heavy cardstock, these butterflies. Oh, I think I had another butterfly for this. I did. I got to do another one on this page. Okay, I got some paper sticking to me. Yeah, I had one right there. We'll glue that one in too. Oh, maybe, wait. Or maybe that was the other one. Oh, maybe I didn't decide to put that one there. Oh, maybe this was the one that was going to go up here. Okay, never mind. I was thinking at one point to put one there, but I think I decided against it. I'm sure it would look fine if I did do it, but for some reason I decided not to. Okay. Today I wasn't going to do a video, but I thought, you know what, I got to sit here and I have to glue this down anyway, right? So I might as well turn on the camera, give someone some inspiration, maybe some ideas. Oh, and if you want to do the 100 days of collage, you can join right now. I mean, I'm on day like 30 now or something like that, I think. Something like that. But you can either just start now, 30 days in, who cares, and go up until the end and not do a complete 100 days. Or you can just go past the 100 days, like at whatever day we're on, and go past that and just keep going till you reach 100. Or just keep going and just count this as day 1 for you and just go to 400 days. Or you could just start now and go to the end with everybody else. And go to Froyle Arts channel, and then from there you can join her Facebook group. I can always forget the name of her Facebook group. Making Arts? I can't remember. I'll try to put Froyle Arts down below so you can go to her YouTube channel. Froyle Arts is Froyle. And her videos are awesome. She does a lot of jelly printing. She puts together collages like I'm doing. Our style is very similar. Which is probably why I love watching her and her channel, and I joined her Facebook group. Also, you can come join my Facebook group, which is called Our Magical Little Place, and you can come post there also. So people are so you can post in Froyle Arts Facebook group, and you can post in mine. Mine is called Our Magical Little Place. There's a clickable link below. And people post things from that I welcome everybody. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter if you mix media, art journal, knit, crochet, spin yarn, make cards. You can always come and share your art there. So there's always all kinds of art and inspiration on my channel or in my Facebook group. And everyone's really nice. I haven't had any problems. I shouldn't even say that because I don't have problems. But I haven't had any problems with anybody being a troll or being a jerk. So. And it's really nice because I know my Facebook group isn't super huge yet. So what's nice about that is that if you've never posted before or made videos, you can feel a little safer because it's not such a huge group at this point yet. And get your feet wet and get comfortable, you know, posting your art. And someone said to me a long time ago, post your art, share your art. In some cases, sell your art. There's somebody waiting. Somebody needs your art. Someone needs to look at it. Someone needs to be inspired by it. There's somebody waiting for it. There are people waiting for you to put your art out in the world. And I thought, you know what? They're right. They are right. Oh, I love how this turned out. You guys, do you guys like this? I hope you do. So the last thing I want to do is, yeah, I'm not going to add anything to this. I usually, like I said, I do all this like mark making. But you guys, these papers are so, there's so much stuff on these papers. The only thing I'm thinking is maybe right here. Because look, there's a big spot right there. And we know Angela can't handle any big spots. So my idea is this. I love the number 3 and the number 7. And I lost the 7. I don't know where the heck it's at. I'm pissed. But anyway, I want to use this number 7 stamp and put, or number 7, this number 3 and put it right there. That'll look fabulous. Remember I just said, don't let me not say that I'm not going to add anything else to it. Anyone's been watching my channel, they're like, oh, we're not shocked. If anyone's going to overdo their art or a page, it'll be me. But that's my artwork. I like a lot of stuff on my art. I can't help it. You can't help who you are. If that's who you are, that's what your art is, that's what you need to do. Perfect. Perfectly imperfect. That looks cool up there. Doesn't that look cool? Just that number 3 up there. I love it. Now let's see if I can... I'm just looking to see if I should do anything else or if I should leave it. I should leave it. I have a lot. I have another page I still need to do. So I need to calm down. This looks good. I added the butterfly, says something extra. I added that. Oh, the only other thing I have to do is I won't do the whole thing on camera. I'll show you. It's to do the edging around it. It really finishes your piece off. You can use a water-soluble crayon like this. This is a Jane Davenport one. So cool. Looks like a lipstick. I love it. She had a whole line like 4 years ago that looked like makeup. So she had these water-soluble crayons that look like lipsticks. Her pan pastel type of thing. Her pastels, which are really rich and creamy like a pan pastel. She had that and they look like an eyeshadow palette. It's fabulous. Fabulous. Okay, I'm trying to get out my other pencil. I just want to show you the different things you can use. You can use a Stabilo to do this. Also, you can use a gelato. Like a Faber-Castell gelato. Or Faber-Castell or gelato. I think Faber-Castell and gelatos, are they the same thing? Yeah. Okay, this is water-soluble crayon. So any water-soluble crayon. You could also use, I like it just because sometimes people are like, well, I don't have any of that. Okay, you probably have an oil pastel in your mist. If you use the oil pastel, you just use the heat of your finger to smear it. If you use one of these, you need to use a little bit of water. Okay? Wet your finger with a baby wipe. Use your spit. Use one of these. A water brush, which I just started using. I started seeing people do that, and I thought, oh, that's cool. It's so quick. I'm looking for the, here it is. What I'm looking to is, I'll show you this too. This container is the bomb. These I get at Dollar Tree. They come in all these colors. I like the pink or the clear. I even like the teal ones. See how nice and narrow it is? They stack up nice. They're clear so you can see what's going on. And then this is all the stuff I use all the time. And this just stays right beside me on a shelf that I can just pull. So it's nice to have all the stuff you always like to use accessible to you. Otherwise, you're constantly looking for that stuff that you use every day. Well, you might as well just pull it. Okay, this is the water soluble. No, this is the oil pastel. So when you're going to do your edging, I'm going to show you with both of them. Like here, you just want to just go like this. And when you do this with an oil pastel, you don't wet it. You're just going to use your finger. Okay. I'm going to do it heavy right here because I have some white showing right there. You see that white that was showing right there? That'll kind of blend things. I'm trying to get a nice little mount on there. Okay, so then we just want to blend it out, and you just use your finger. You want to smear it a little bit, and you just use the heat of your finger, and it just blends it out a little bit. See? That's what you do for an oil pastel, and it'll blend out. You can also use like an eyeshadow brush and blend it out also. And that just puts a nice little framing around your work. Now you can use a water-soluble crayon. I'll use this Faber-Castell. Now everybody has Jane Davenport's water-soluble crayons. I use this most of the time just because I love her products. But I'm going to use this Faber-Castell or the Gelato. And just go on the edge here. Now this is water-soluble, so you need to wet your finger with like a baby wipe or your spit. I got that from, what's her name? Something Jenkins. What's her name? Lori Marie Jenkins. She used her spit until I guess people, I think she still does. Some people would give her crap about it, but I thought it was funny. I have a dry sense of humor. I like humor like that. So, but then I seen somebody using a water brush, a couple people lately, and I'm like, oh, that's genius. Why haven't I been doing that? So I'm going to use my water brush. You guys, they have water, I don't know if they have water brushes. They had water brushes at Dollar Tree at one point. I haven't seen them for a little while, but be looking out for them. $1 for a water brush. In fact, I think you get 2 in a pack. Yeah, I think you get 2 in a pack. I bought 10 packs right away. Because you can also fill water brushes with your like especially your water soluble inks. You can put them in there, like your Diane Reevely sprays. You can put a bunch in here and then have a bunch of ones with color in them, or Jane Davenport's inks, water soluble inks, and then you can have those in a brush. So there we go. See? And then that gives you a nice little framing. I really want to get in here because it has some white in here. And that's what's nice about this pencil. If I wanted to put a shading around here, I could go around here and put a shade around that too. But I like the way it looks, so I'm not going to. So everything I just did, you could also do with the Stabilo pencil. Oh, you can also use a black watercolor pencil if you have that. That also is like a Stabilo, okay? And so you just take the pencil, whether it's the Stabilo or black watercolor pencil, go around, take your brush, your finger wet with a baby wipe or whatever, and just go like that. So simple, simple. Sometimes I like to go through and just show you a lot of different ways of different things you can use, because not everybody has the same stuff, but there's a lot of ways to do all this stuff. You don't have to have everything I have or anybody else has. And that just gave you a nice difference. You know what else you could use? Watercolors. If you have just watercolors, you could use watercolors. You could actually use some black acrylic paint. Get a little paintbrush, dip it in a little bit of water and just go around. And then smear it a little bit with your finger. So if you have acrylic paint, you can do anything. You really can. You can do a lot with acrylic paint. Okay, you guys, I'm going to stop talking. I'm just now, you know, just going on and on, but I wanted to show you that. So I'm going to finish this up. I will edge this out off camera. I just don't want to do it on camera because it'll just take more time. So we are all done. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of my my orange jelly prints, orange / magenta / yellow jelly prints. There's a video on this. The video before this one last Sunday, I showed you how I did a lot of these things with the jelly printing. The circles I did not do on that video, but go back a few videos and you can learn how to make the circles, okay? Also, I think I did a video, I've done lots of videos on my intuitive writing right here. Looks kind of like Asian writing. And I think that's everything. Okay, you guys, that's it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd love for you to do so. If you can give this video a thumbs up. Any comments or questions, leave below. Come visit me on Facebook and Instagram. Come join our Facebook group, Our Magical Little Place. Go to Foil Arch, join her YouTube channel, and then join her Facebook group. I'll leave a link below to her. Every Sunday, 2 o'clock Pacific time, Angie's Art Party. Come, whatever you do, craft, art, doesn't matter. Come join us. We have giveaways. It's awesome. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.